Today, we step into a world few have ever seen, a place hidden behind guarded doors, where the smell of tobacco fills the air and machines work day and night. This is not just any factory, this is one of the largest cigarette production facilities on the planet. And while cigarettes are among the most controversial products in modern history, their creation is nothing short of fascinating and unsettling. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, an estimated 28.3 million adults in the United States smoke cigarettes. Even more concerning, around 2.8 million middle and high school students in the U.S. use at least one tobacco product. With all we know about the dangers, the question is, why does the cigarette still hold such power over people? What makes it so enticing that millions continue to light up every single day? To find the answer, I traveled deep into the heart of a cigarette-making empire. What I discovered was a carefully choreographed process, equal parts precision engineering and agricultural tradition, that transforms tiny seeds into one of the most addictive products in the world. Before we get into the machinery and the assembly lines, let's rewind the clock. The story of the cigarette is thousands of years old. Long before slick advertising campaigns and mass production, the Maya and Aztec civilizations were cultivating tobacco, using its leaves in rituals, medicine, and recreation. When European explorers reached the Americas in the 16th century, they carried tobacco back across the ocean, sparking a global trade. By the 19th century, cigarettes had woven themselves into American culture. They were fashionable, social, and marketed as symbols of sophistication, even health. But when science revealed the deadly truth, the world's perception began to change. The same product that once carried prestige became a major public health villain. And yet, here we are, still producing billions every year. So how exactly is a cigarette born? The journey begins in the flatlands of North Carolina. Springtime here is more than just a season. It's the perfect moment for planting tobacco. Skilled workers move through the nurseries, filling large trays with nutrient-rich soil. Then, an automatic seeding machine takes over, evenly sprinkling thousands of seeds, so tiny that a handful could hold thousands across the surface. Inside massive greenhouses, the air is warm and humid. The seeds germinate, slowly transforming into delicate seedlings. For 7 weeks, they are nurtured under careful watch until they're strong enough for the next step, transplanting into the open fields. Here technology meets tradition. Large planting machines roll steadily through the farmland, dropping each seedling into its designated space in the soil. Farmers tend to them daily, ensuring they grow tall, eventually reaching the height of a 5- or 6-year-old child. In July, something critical happens. The plants begin to flower. This is a turning point, because tobacco farmers know that if left to bloom, the plant will focus its energy on flowers, not leaves. To prevent this, cutting machines sweep across the fields, removing the tops of the plants. At the same time, farmers spray growth inhibitors, redirecting all the plant's nutrients into the leaves, the part that matters most. A month later, the green turns to gold. The plants start yellowing, signaling they're ready for harvest. Specialized digging machines tear into the soil, lifting entire plants and transferring them into large bins. This year's weather has been kind, so the harvest is abundant. Once a truckload is full, the plants are hauled to the warehouse for the next phase, drying. This is where patience takes over. The tobacco leaves are poured onto a conveyor belt, fed into huge chain containers, and then stored in heated rooms. Beneath the floor, wood is burned to create the perfect drying temperature. For 5 to 8 weeks, the leaves slowly lose their moisture, turning brittle yet rich in flavor. Only when this process is complete are they ready to be pressed into dense square bundles and sent to the factory floor. What happens next transforms dried plants into the cigarettes people recognize. The smell intensifies, the machinery gets louder, and the scale of production becomes almost overwhelming. Every step is precise, every movement of the machine deliberate. And yet, as mesmerizing as this process is, it's impossible to forget the truth. Every one of these cigarettes is designed to deliver not just tobacco but nicotine, the addictive chemical that keeps millions hooked. Behind the mechanical perfection lies a human cost that can't be measured in numbers alone. From the outside, a cigarette might seem simple, just paper, tobacco, and a filter. But behind this small object is a massive industrial operation driven by precision, speed, and decades of engineering mastery. Today, we're pulling back the curtain to reveal exactly how cigarettes are made, from the moment raw tobacco arrives at the factory, to the final sealed pack ready for store shelves. And trust me, once you know how it's done, you'll never look at a cigarette the same way again. Every journey begins at the processing plant, where truckloads of dried tobacco leaves arrive in bulk. These leaves are the lifeblood of the operation, but before they can be used, they must go through a rigorous selection process. Workers and automated systems sort them based on size, type, and quality, because even the slightest variation can affect the taste, burn rate, and overall smoking experience. Leaves that are too dry are revived through a delicate steaming process. This step is critical. Steam softens and moistens the leaves just enough to make them pliable, without damaging their structure or flavor. Next, the conditioned leaves are fed into powerful stripping machines. These machines separate the tobacco lamina, the usable leaf portion, from the thick central stalk, ensuring only the best parts make it further down the line. Now comes the blending stage, where artistry meets science. Tobacco from different regions, each with its own flavor and aroma profile, is mixed together to create a consistent product. This is a closely guarded secret in the industry, with specific ratios and blends defining a brand's signature taste. Once blended, the tobacco is finely cut into small, even shreds, perfect for uniform packing inside a cigarette. From here, the process shifts into high gear. Modern cigarette manufacturing machines are technological marvels, capable of producing up to an astonishing 20,000 cigarettes every single minute. It starts with a roll of cigarette paper that can stretch over 7,000 meters long. A continuous line of shredded tobacco is carefully placed along the paper, and in one seamless motion, the paper is rolled around it to create what's known as the tobacco rod. This rod doesn't stay whole for long. It's rapidly cut into precise length, each destined to become an individual cigarette. At the same time, filters made from specially treated cellulose acetate fibers are prepared and attached. These filters are joined to the cigarette body using tipping paper, which is wrapped securely around the connection point. For a flawless finish, every cigarette undergoes rigorous quality control. High-speed cameras and sensors scan for imperfections, ensuring that each stick meets exacting standards. Cigarettes that pass inspection are grouped together in neat bundles, wrapped in foil to lock in freshness and aroma. These bundles are then placed into branded packs, which are sealed in protective film before being packed into larger cartons ready for distribution worldwide. Even in such a high-volume, fast-moving environment, environmental responsibility plays a role. Modern factories invest heavily in waste reduction, recycling systems, and energy-efficient machinery to minimize their ecological footprint, although the environmental and health impacts of cigarettes themselves remain a subject of global concern. And there you have it, from humble leaf to finished cigarette, a process powered by cutting-edge machinery, precision engineering, and closely guarded secrets. The next time you see a pack on a store shelf, you'll know the incredible scale and speed behind its creation. If this behind-the-scenes look into cigarette manufacturing surprised you, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to see it, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into industries you never knew were this fascinating.